Right, let's look at the second part of Isaiah chapter 2. Let me read verses 12 to 18. The Lord Almighty has a day in store for the proud and lofty, for all that is exalted, and they will be humbled. For all the cedars of Lebanon, tall and lofty, and all the oaks of Bashan, for all the towering mountains, and all the high hills, for every lofty tower and every fortified wall, for every trading ship and each stately vessel. The arrogance of man will be brought low, and human pride humbled. The Lord alone will be exalted in that day, and the idols will totally disappear. So God has got harsh words to say there. And in our present day, we should realise that one of the things that God is doing is humbling man, humbling our pride. Now, let me give you a key in understanding the Bible. We can read things like this, and in some ways we don't like it. And we'll say, what about the nurses, the doctors, all the people putting such a great effort in? Shouldn't we have compassion for them? And the answer, of course, is yes. We should have admiration for the health workers, the transport workers, the people working in the shops, keeping the shops going and deliveries and all the other essential things which are going on. When we read part of we need the whole Word of God. So when we read what we might think of as a harsh passage like this, we can make mistakes. We can say, right, this is the whole of the Word of God. No, it isn't. It's part of the Word of God. But if we say this, looking at it as though it's the whole of the Word of God, then we make one of two mistakes. Either we'll say, right, this is it. It's just judgment, 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 judgment. It's not just judgment, judgment, judgment. It is judgment. But there's also compassion. Isaiah is a book which is full of amazing promises. Or we'll say, God is a God of compassion, therefore we'll ignore this bit. If we do that, we'll never understand. We need to take on board the whole Word of God. And each part of it that we read adds to our understanding. And if we want to understand part of what God is doing in these days, and I stress part, it's not the whole story by any means, it is part of what he is doing, is a humbling of man. And our correct response is to humble ourselves before God. Let's just read the last verse from that chapter. Stop trusting in mere humans who have but a breath in their nostrils. Why hold them in esteem? What God is doing is saying to Israel, and he says it to us, is put your trust in me alone. I trust in men. It's a daft thing to do. It's a foolish thing to do. Put your trust in God. So in these days, you might be going through all sorts of things in your hearts and minds, with financial worries, health worries, or whatever else. Let us put our trust in God.